fixing the video.
Yeah, if you're not watching live, skip ahead like 5 minutes.
Yeah, please. Or maybe like 2, probably up 4. I'd say 4 minutes.
4 minutes, just skip.
Go right now. But, oh my gosh, why is this not loading?
But yeah, welcome back to Party Trick Astrology.
Yeah.
We are going to do a live drag me for Jordann. But we'll wait another 3 minutes for that.
Yes, and I'm trying to get it set up. Here we go. On YouTube and like edit it all. Okay. Because it takes a second. Karen said hello. Hello, Karen. Okay. And if you don't know what a drag me is, Mina will give a little spiel as to what this is.
A drag me is a service that we provide, although not currently.
But soon.
TBD soon. I almost said TBT soon, which is rude. I don't know. It is a service that we provide on our website, partytrickastrology.com, along with a plethora of other birth chart readings. Except this, we merely drag your chart live or in the privacy of your own headphones.
Mm-hmm.
But Jordann wants it live. She's not scared.
Oh no!
Not if you've ever been dragged in private. It doesn't mean you're scared. You just.
And I'll put her info, like her birthday, in the down bar because if I'm not mistaken, she said it was okay.
Yeah.
Right? She said that, right? So just so if you want to know what her birth chart is, it'll be down there. Is that how you spell it?
I don't know actually. Shout out to Pennsylvania. She was born in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
I've been to Pennsylvania.
Well, aren't you special? Like, have you? I didn't even know that you've been to Pennsylvania.
I mean, it's not a big deal when you're from Maryland.
That's true. That's true. Let me just pull it up on here. Let's see. Hello, Sachin. You're here. Okay. She's gonna be on. Oh, is this her? I think Jordann's here because that's how she spells her name.
With 2 N's.
So Jordann with 2 N's. So we normally do this through YouTube and we read the YouTube comments, but Jordann's going to be on Live Me. Live Me. Oh my god, that's that thing.
Oh no! You know.
On You Now. So that's where we'll be for
reading comments.
Reading comments.
Although we really won't be reading comments as we drag her chart. At the end, we may.
Yeah, hold on, let me just trying to get a good. I always do it backwards. Okay, so we'll wait until like 5:30, I guess, because that's.
It is 5:29, and Jordann's here. Let's
yes.
do the damn thing.
Okay, cool. So, and again, like her information is in the YouTube video down below. So if you want to follow along, you can. But we'll be kind of talking through it. So, ready? Pum pum pum.
Okay.
What are we gonna start out with?
I don't know, like,
I see Libra Sun. Should we drag a Libra Sun?
Sure, it's at 1 degree.
Oh, yeah.
Libra Sun is actually technically in its fall.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks to suck because Aries apparently are the exalted suns.
Supposedly. Which you have both of these energies. But the bad side of Libra Suns... Oh, wait, I'm going to turn that off. Hold on. Sorry.
Great, I'll carry on. The bad side of Libra Suns is, like, it actually sucks more for you than I think the people around you.
It depends on who you have, because honestly, I can get annoyed by some of these, but I would say for the most part, it's harder on the actual Libra.
Yeah, because how do you do anything for yourself? You're constantly thinking about other people, except that's if you were nothing but a sun sign, you know?
Yeah.
You have other things in your chart. Like, you have an Aries rising. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Look at that 6th house.
I know. I saw that. I was like...
So, it's not like you're like, you can be mad at yourself, which you think about other people.
Yeah.
If you didn't have your Mercury in Virgo, I'd say that this was more true, that you can be a liar and say things for the sake of saying things.
You're just a people pleaser.
Under the rug. Yeah, but Mercury in Virgo makes it a bit more harsh, actually. You're a bit more harsh, pretty critical.
Do you know what I think is a very Libra thing to do? And you can tell me this or not, but Somebody said this recently. It was like, oh, I hate it when people do this. And I was like, that sounds like the bad side of Libra. And it's if, like, okay, so Libras are fake nice to people all the time, right? And I hate that, first of all. That's just, like, me. Like, if you don't like me, just fucking tell like me. But Libras are just going to act nice to everybody. And I've never understood that. Like, why are you going to be nice to somebody and then be like, why do they think we're friends? And it's like, that's because you were just nice to them. Do you want to know why I think it's Libras that do this? It's because, like, let's say the Libra's talking to Tiffany, okay? And then she says to me, oh, I don't like Tiffany. Why does she think we're friends? And then me and the Libra are not friends anymore. That Libra's going to be like, and go over to Tiffany because she needs friends on the back burner. And because if she would have spoke badly to Tiffany, then she wouldn't have that friend. But, like, if she's going to lose a friend, that Libra, they're going to need somebody right on the corner, even if it's somebody they like.
But here's the thing. At the same time, that Libra is the friend on the back corner, I think.
Both. I think it can depend.
They're kind of both. Yeah, you can be the friend on the back burner because you are such a people pleaser and you're so, like, wanting to be someone's friend or, like, wanting, like, social, safety, almost in, like, kind of a Big Brother way. Oh my God, it's June. Big Brother's on at the end of the month.
Does it come on every kind of month?
Way? No, every summer.
Oh, it feels like it's all the fucking time.
I just talk about it all the time, but this is on Jordann. So in, like, a socially protective way, if you, like, strength in numbers. So if someone's like, hey, be my friend because all my other friends ditched me, you're like, you don't really have the, okay, this is a drag, so I'm just going to go there. You don't have the integrity to be like, this person isn't a good person, or like, I shouldn't be friends with this person just because they put me on the back burner for so long. Because it's like that social response of like, I need an alliance.
Yeah, I need friends, I need people around me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. So, yes, that, and 6th house sun. And it's just 6th house stellium. Like, that's exhausting. Especially, that's exhausting on the people around you as well.
Let me look at your 12th house, because it's even better when you have 12th house stuff.
No 12th house stuff.
No, just Pisces. But, still, since it's all lined up, I'd say that you're the kind of person who, like, goes to the gym or, like, does yoga or something, and you call it your anti-drug. Like,
yeah,
I need to go to the gym today. It's my anti-drug.
Yeah.
And especially because you've got, like, kind of, because you are a Libra sun with an Aries rising, you might have, like, a bit of a basic bitch quality.
Oh, no,
totally.
So
you will be like, oh, I need to go to Love, Eat Yoga.
Yeah.
And
I feel like you'd work out
anti-drug.
Because you're a Libra, you probably... Okay, so you have all that Virgo influence, so, like, you really do care about your health and your well-being and that stuff, but at the end of the day, you are a Libra sun, and Libra suns do care about their physical appearance. You're going to say to everyone, I don't do it because of how I care about the way I
just want to feel good.
I just want to feel good, when in reality, you're like, but I also want to look good.
But your Mars is in Gemini, so I'm going to say, like, it was Pilates for, like, a month.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was yoga for a month, and then you tried CrossFit.
Like, then this is the new fad, and then this is the new fad, and then you're not on this, and you always have your Starbucks on your way to the gym, or something like that, you know? Yeah, and a 6th house sun. Okay, so my dad's a 6th house sun, and maybe you do some of this stuff, especially seeing your stellium, like, you're all about the notes, you're all about the times, you're all about the schedules, right? And that can be fucking annoying after a while. And I have 6th house energy too, so I know I can do this, but like, it's
because it's annoying to you and the other person.
Yeah, it's just annoying on both ends.
Like, no one likes it.
You need such a fucking routine, and you will make other people kind of bend to it, or like like your ego and your well-being needs people to bend to your routine. Yeah. Which, like, I'm that way. Like, I'm autistic. Like, I can admit that. And that's, like, super fucking annoying. And my dad is definitely like this. Like, just, I feel like 6th house suns will go too far with their need to plan things. Like, it just becomes illogical. Where, like, I don't go to that length. But, like, a perfect example of this is, like, oh, I need to go to the post office. The 6th house sun is going to be like, well, is it going to be too busy? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be that? Let me check it out before I go. But why do you need to check it out? Like, you can just call. No. I need to check it out before I go. And it's like, that doesn't make any logical sense. But for whatever reason, that's your feeling or your routine or your need to make sure everything's where la la la. And it's just like, this is, like, you just wind up doing pointless stuff.
Right.
In need to make sure, like, whatever is okay and you expect things and blah, 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 blah. Whatever. I'm not saying, like, exactly.
Yeah, and especially with your Venus in Virgo, I feel like you're not very tolerant of people who aren't like that.
Yeah.
Like, you want to whip people into shape.
Yeah.
And not everyone wants to be whipped into shape, but you're like, no, you have to do it. You're the person who's like, but the post office, is it going to be busy? And
yeah. And you're... oh, sorry.
No, go.
I was going to say, you're probably a person, okay, you're going to take control in the school project. You're going to be like, especially with the Aries rising, like, I want to be the leader. I want to do this. But then you're not just going, you're going to take control and be like, I want to do everything. But then you're going to complain the whole way that nobody's doing their side of the work.
No, this is what you're going to do. Because you're a Libra. You're going to be like, oh, no, yeah, we can, like, split up things evenly. You can do that. I'll do this. No, it's okay. I can
do this as well.
Yeah. No,
but I want to be done.
You're like, on the inside, you're like, oh my God, they're doing it wrong.
And I was like, do everything or else it will never get done right.
Or you're the kind of person, especially with the Aries rising, like, you go up with your group project and you're the kind of person who's like, just so you know, I was only in charge of X, Y, and Z. Don't judge me for ABC, because they did ABC. I did X, Y, and Z. You're like, sorry, I'm watching Orange is the New Black, so there's references to other videos. You know when, like, Red gets back into the kitchen, but MCC just took over, and they're like, we're gonna feed you with these bags of meat and beans.
Oh.
And Red is like, just so you know, I have nothing to do with
it.
I have nothing to do
with it. And she goes around with the
every day, like, I have nothing to do with this.
I didn't do this.
If it was me, it would be different.
Yeah.
And better.
Yeah. And, okay, Aries rising. This squares are rising.
But we also don't like our rising very much.
Yeah, but the squares hold true to me, you know?
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. They're just, Aries risings are very in your face. They're very, like, here I am. And they're great leaders, so that's awesome, but this is a DRAAG me. So, just, like... when I feel like when I'm around, I'm like, you know, and like I don't always want to. I'm like, they're like running around manically, and you're like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Like I like people with energy and stuff, but like, my God, breathe. And yeah, it can be, a little bit of a basic bitch with that, like, Aries rising, Libra sun combo, like, very, I don't know, because it's weird, Aries isn't, like, traditional, but it's,
no.
Like,
it's obvious.
Yeah, obvious is a better word. Also, you probably don't know how to dress yourself, but you hate that you don't know how to dress yourself. Because Aries rising's, like, don't understand how that shit works, but then a Libra, you know, understands how that shit works. So you probably just wind up wearing stuff that you see other people wear, but when you wear it, it's just like thrown together, and it's like, what's going on here? And you're like, I don't know, I saw everybody wearing this shirt because I'm a Libra, so I bought it, but I don't really know how to put together clothes because I'm an Aries rising.
And I'm standing out like a sore thumb. Like a sore thumb, and like I want to blend in.
Yeah,
like, you were born to stand out.
But you always want to look like put together and clean because of that 6th house stuff. And yeah, you definitely have a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, no, sorry, this sucks. All the 6th house stuff, so much anxiety.
Yeah,
so much.
It's and health issues and all that Virgo. You probably have like a crazy stomach, like a crazy sensitive stomach.
You're gonna have a lot of kids.
Oh, Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Yeah,
and Leo.
In the 5th. And they're gonna be loud as fuck.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna be like,
you're gonna have yourself a Von
powerhouses.
Trapp family singers crew, is what I'm thinking.
Seriously, and you're gonna marry somebody Libra-like, and so
yeah. Oh God, your kids are gonna walk all over you.
Oh yeah. What's weird though,
they're
is
gonna
the
take
Aries,
charge.
but the Aries rising, it's like hard to take charge when Aries.
Yeah,
rising.
but think like your 5th house in Leo. Your children are Leos. Your children are gonna take
Leo,
charge
Sagittarius
of your
energy.
house.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just gonna be so rambunctious. You're probably going to put that spirit in them, you know?
Yeah.
You'll be like, yeah, do this, yeah, woo, woo, woo. And then you're gonna be like,
like,
oh, shit.
And then your house is gonna be a mess.
And you're gonna go crazy because you've got all that house stuff. You're like, yeah.
Do you have any planets anywhere but the 6th house? That's the question.
Yeah, look. You've got a Sagittarius moon in the 8th house. How would you roast a Sagittarius moon?
Okay, Sagittarius moon in the 8th house, it's like you're free and you're trapped at the same time. And you're
Ooh,
trying to be
true.
free. You're trying to be free and then you're trapped. But then and so it like sucks because you're like, I want to be free, but I'm trapped. But at the same time, you're like, I'm trapped, but I'm also kind of free. You know? And you're just never done exploring the occult. Which is dangerous. You're like on YouTube watching the Charles Manson documentary, and then all of a sudden it's like recommended watch.
You just like to go down the deep hole of the internet for no reason other than to go down that deep hole of the internet
and to learn and to cultivate your Sagittarius.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, you can get really lost. Oh, and then like analyze everything with your 6th house.
Analyze.
Wow, I'm being energetically attacked currently, if you couldn't tell. True fact. Wow, I never say true fact. That is the opposite of a Mercury Capricorn thing. It's redundant.
Yeah. That's so true. That's so funny. What was I going to say? 8th house moon. Okay, so you just can't get over stuff, like, emotionally. Yeah. Like, you are stuck the fuck in it, and you hold emotional grudges like no other. And if somebody is like,
don't feel this, get over it, you're like, excuse me?
And I think that a Sagittarius moon in the 8th house will hold grudges
based also on beliefs.
But based on beliefs. Yeah. And I feel like you're somebody who, okay, let's say somebody says something ignorant. Like purely ignorant. Not like just actually stupid, but like they just don't know. And then they learn and then they change their mind. You won't accept that. You'll be like, yeah, but one day you were ignorant. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like hold that old opinion on them forever, even if they change their mind or apologize or did anything. You're gonna be like, no, but you did this at one point or felt this way at one point. Like,
because you're also geared towards criticality
because of the
with
Virgo.
all that Virgo and 6th house stuff. So it's like, ooh, you're not doing any favors for yourself, just like holding on.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Holding on, but like not even just like seriously holding on to the negative. And the worst thing someone can tell you is like, oh, if you feel that way, just like stop. And that's what every self-help book
I think
tells you,
bullshit,
by the way.
though.
It's just like, you just have to like believe in something else and blah, blah, blah.
Some people can't do that. Just let
you do have the power of manifestation, but it's still hard to let things go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Okay, so a Virgo Venus, or a Virgo Mercury is pretty also annoying. You definitely are somebody who will correct people if they say the wrong word, but not like, okay, like I just corrected you and I was like, analyze, ha ha ha, which I'm Mercury in the 6th house, so I've got a little bit of this, but like I feel like you'll do it in, I don't know, you're a Libra, so you'll try to like pretend like, oh yeah, everything's fine, but like when people make like word inaccuracies or like speaking correctly, like I know I do all the fucking time, you're just so like critical about it. And so like you just definitely judge people, I think, based on their intellect and that kind of stuff. And with so Virgo Venus. So we're doing our Venus series. I think Virgo Venus is like the
easiest thing to drag.
Venus to drag. Cause you just like, why do you want to change people?
Yeah, it's just so hard to, I mean, first, it's better if you're aware that this is the way that you are.
Like, I have a 6th house Venus, so I try to be aware of it.
It's just like,
I feel like you're somebody who can't accept people for the way that they are.
Yeah, and that really sucks for you.
Yeah.
Because
you're missing out on a lot of good friendships.
Yeah, and, like, mostly that kind of, like, criticality and, like, hate that you're harboring onto is, like, hurting yourself. Like that Martin Luther King quote, I've chosen to choose love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. But you can't let go of things. So you can't let go of that hate and, like, that criticality. Yeah. So it's like, Martin Luther King, how did you do it? How did you let go of the hate? Because like, it is a great burden to bear. And so you're bearing that burden. I'm not saying it's, like, a lost cause. But it's a drag. This is a drag, so it's a lost cause. Now
oh my gosh. What I was just thinking about, because Pisces is the sign of self-undoing, but I think Virgo can do it as well. Like,
Virgo is the sign of self too much doing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like the opposite. It's like, you're doing too much, I don't know.
Doing too much until, like, you have a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
You know? Pisces will just, like, slowly fade into the background of, like, I'm doing myself like this. You're like, you cry, call your mom.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, Mars and Gemini. Now, we've roasted many a Mars and Gemini, and I think that that's where we get most of our hate from. Is from our Mars and Gemini video. People do not like it, which I care. So, and I understand, like, we are a lot harsher on Mars and Gemini, and they aren't all bad, but this is a drag me, so here we go. You're just a flip-flopper, and you'll just, it's just that whole thing of, like, you like to debate for fun, and you really like it because of all that 6th house Virgo placements and that Libra diplomacy thing, and your Aries rising, like, you're a very confrontational person for a Libra.
Yeah, you are, yeah.
You probably let things stew as fuck, though. But once you confront them, I feel like it's just like a verbal attack.
The worst thing about the Mars and Gemini placement is that you're sadistic, truly. You're sadistic in the way that you argue. It's like you pull out fallacies and you're like, you just want to win? There's no integrity to it. Yeah. There's no integrity to the argument. You're not even speaking half the time from like
from the heart. You don't speak from the heart like when you're angry as a Mars and Gemini.
You're just like, I'm gonna say anything that's gonna make me win.
Exactly. And it's kind of weird, and you wouldn't expect a Mars and Gemini to be like ruthless, but it's not that they're ruthless. It's just put enough weight on things when they're set in arguments, because it doesn't matter as much to you as it might the other person, and I feel like you can really hurt someone by twisting their words and by what you say and speaking over them and interrupting them and just going in for debate because you think it's fun and just pretending. I think that they pretend they know more than they do, and Mars and Gemini is very, very smart. Most of them that I've met at least are, but like, you just kind of overemphasize how much you know. And that is annoying. You just don't have much, at the end of the day, you just don't have much integrity, I think, when it comes to arguing. And which, as a Mars and Libra, fuck that. Like,
if you're on the same page with someone, you're just like, we're gonna rip each other new assholes, and just like...
Then maybe that's fun.
But
that's not for us.
No. I'm not a fan. Also, you talk too much during sex. Yeah. Like, it's not what sex is about.
Like, calm it down.
Yeah.
And, you really like the dirty talk, which, I mean, I guess find somebody that likes it, but you don't have to narrate as you go, you know?
Yeah. Maybe you're, like, one of the type of people who can do phone sex.
Yes. Probably well. I don't know.
Yeah, because you want to please the other person.
Yeah.
You're, like...
I think of Mars and Gemini as definitely, like, phone sex or, like, sexting.
Oh my god, you should get yourself a Venus in Pisces. He can text you poetry and you can like...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, wow, why is that not a match? It's squares.
Oh, because Venus and Gemini is like fun, he, and Venus Pisces is like undedicated.
Yeah, but squares are like synastry compatible.
That's true.
It's so random.
Anyway. It depends. Okay, well, anyways, we're not. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see here. Pluto, okay, your 7th house, it's strange, because just off of first glance, it doesn't look like it's hurting. But when I think about you're looking for somebody who's a Libra and Plutonic as well, that sounds like a lot of very manipulative relationships.
Exactly! Manipulative, liars,
swiping things under the rug and like
keeping up appearances.
Yeah, and you want somebody that's like mysterious and aloof and like that kind of stuff, but like to a fault.
And like codependent.
Yeah, wait,
codependent relationships.
What's your Juno? Let's see here. Where is it? Juno and Scorpio.
Oh,
yeah.
No, it's just like codependent.
In the 7th house. Okay, see, this is what you want. When you're in a relationship, you're going to the outer world appear like everything's always amazing and like we're such a dark and mysterious couple and like but we're so happy in love and blah blah blah. But in reality, it's fucking hell.
Yeah, no, you're tearing each other apart.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. You're, like, yelling at each other and, like,
really
fighting.
Attacking all the time because you're Mars and Gemini.
But then on social media, it's like, babe, I love you so much. Like, I'm the luckiest person in the world. Like, I'm so lucky to have you. I couldn't imagine going through anything else. And, like, the worst part is that you're attached to that. You're attached to that toxicity and, like, hate and anger and, like, codependency. That's what codependency is, right?
Yeah.
You're like attached to things good or bad or awful. It's no bueno.
Yeah, so that's scary.
That sucks.
That
should just be like our drag me trademark. It's just like that sucks.
That sucks.
Once we're done dragging something, we'll just go like, that sucks.
This is terrible. So when I was looking at your chart, I was like, because it kind of, on Astro Theme, I was like, oh, does she have, because I glanced at it, and I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, I wonder if this person has an interception. I was like, oh, cool, they do. That makes this chart a little more exciting, because it's pretty boring right now. And then I realized that you didn't have an interception, and I was like, yawn.
You don't have an interception, and you have an Aries ascendant, so, like, everything lines up and just makes so much sense.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know, when there's too much of that, it's just like, yeah.
No, what happens is, like, when everything lines up and makes so much sense, you just feel like the high is really high and the low is really low, you know? You feel the positive qualities we're not talking about positive qualities. When you feel the negative qualities, it's just, like, immersed in the negative qualities. Like, it's to the extreme. You don't have like, anything mixing it out.
Yeah.
You know, you're not, like you're not an Aquarius with, like, a super detachment, but then it's, like, in the 8th house, so you're, like, a little more deep and a little more attached.
Yeah.
You're just, like, you're either one way or another.
But I will say, because your rising is a later degree, a lot of the planets are in different houses and stuff. But, yeah, I don't know. I haven't been close to many Aries risings. There's only been one that I can think of.
I can't think of any.
I really am not a fan of his, like, at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can't think of any Aries risings.
Yeah, I mean, I know Rihanna's an Aries rising.
Oh yeah, me and Rihanna, we go way back.
Well, I just try to think, but
yeah.
Okay, let's see. What aspects do you have here? Oh yeah, and if you want, because we have about 5 minutes left, so Jordann, if we haven't talked about something that you want us to drag, now is the time to put that in the comments so that we don't miss it. Because I think that we've gotten a lot of our thoughts off our chest for the most part. I don't know.
Mercury square Mars.
Oh yeah, I have that Mercury square Mars. Like, listen, I just naturally have combative speech. Like, just the other day, I replied to somebody and I didn't mean it at all in a negative way, and then she responded, and I was like, oop, that sounds kind of like I'm attacking her, and I was not at all. I was, like, such a fan of the comment, but it sounded like I was, and I was like, fuck my life. So just, like, calm it the fuck down, like,
you don't even try, but you naturally rub people the wrong way.
Fucking way, yeah.
That sounds really mean, but...
What is true? I haven't, and I admit that. I rub people the wrong way all the time. I'm not trying to, but I always do.
It just sounds weird as someone who, like, does it. Hey, Jordann, I know I don't know you, but you, like, rub people the wrong way.
I'd like you to talk about your opinion on... Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I just looked at that. Your Lilith is conjunct your moon. That just adds, like, more darkness and
it's already in the 8th house
to your emotions.
So
you really keep your Sagittarius moon locked the fuck away.
But also it emphasizes the sexuality going on with your moon. You've got like a dark sexuality, and then that plays into the whole relationship issues that you have with like all that Scorpio or like Juno and Scorpio.
You're really
Pluto
emotionally addicted to that pain.
Yeah, and you can just like intimacy can get so intense for you,
especially because it's opposite your Mars.
But at the same time, you're like trying to be an independent woman. Yeah, you're really struggling with like being an independent woman and like owning your sexuality, owning your autonomy,
is kind of
owning owning all of that, and like being a really codependent person at heart.
Yeah, that's so that Aries.
You're struggling. My advice for you, my drag me type of advice, is to just like get into a toxic relationship, you know, experience it completely.
Maybe you've already been in one because you're a little older. You're
That's
like 7 years older than us.
But do that.
Get it out of
and then get out. And then you'll forget what it's like. And you'll get back into one. And it'll be great.
That's true, yeah. That's why I shut people out. Yeah, no, totally. Yeah. And
so letting in a toxic relationship.
I'm gonna say one last thing. Okay, so you have a Sagittarius moon, and then it's opposite your Gemini Mars. So what's interesting is like, on the inside you have these big ideas and these broad things, and you're open, and you know you want to fight for justice. But then at the end of the day, when you actually do get in arguments, you're petty about it, and you're not a petty person on the inside. Like 8th house moon and Sagittarius conjunct Lilith, like that's not a petty placement in the least. But your Mars in Gemini is petty as fuck. So you're going to get angry over silly little shit that I feel like in your inner core that's not actually the problem. Especially as a Libra.
Yeah.
You're going to get mad at the stuff that's
the little things, but not the big things.
The real actual issue at heart that you're going to like be scared of.
You know what it is? I heard this metaphor. It doesn't make that much sense, but I'm just going to go for it anyway. If you put a bunch of kittens in a pen, they like come into a tornado and turn into a lion. So if you don't let the kittens out of the cage, they all together turn into a lion. So you don't let the kittens out. Actually,
every time I see you, you have a new analogy, and I don't. Is it like an app or something that's like analogy of the day?
No, I just pay attention everywhere I go, and people share analogies a lot.
That's so weird. I never hear anyone say them except for you.
Anything about my Saturn?
I wonder if that's like a Mercury in the 7th house thing. Analogies.
Oh my god, I have a whole
like,
I want to drag someone that has my Mercury placement because I have like this whole drag on my Mercury placement.
Damn, okay, if you have a Mercury and Capricorn in the 7th house, when we open up our drag me's, you should purchase one.
No, it doesn't even in Capricorn. Actually,
just in the 7th?
Mercury in the 7th conjunct Neptune, I can drag the hell out of that. But she asked about her Saturn. Yeah, it is kind of boring. It's Saturn in Capricorn. It makes pretty much complete sense.
Yeah.
Saturn and Capricorn.
Just authority issues. Like, we have a 10th house Saturn. It's a little bitch.
Oh, right, yeah. You, like,
you can get, like, you, probably, like, I know this is for me, you also have Mercury Square Mars, you probably say shit to authority without realizing how aggressive it is. And you get in trouble for it all the time. It's just a lot of, like, getting backlash on your public image or authority or work, and you don't even realize that you're doing anything wrong.
Don't ever film yourself having sex because it will be released in a sex.
This is a definite, like, careful with your nudes.
Public. Yeah, careful
with just social media in general. Like, this is a perfect thing to do if you have like a 10th house Saturn. So I've had an old Twitter for a few years, and then I recently deleted it because I realized like I've had this for a few years. Saturn in the 10th house. Don't know what I've said. So it just was like, fuck it, I'm gonna delete it before anybody can get to it. Not that I think there's anything incriminating, but like, you gotta be safe when you got a 10th house Saturn. So you gotta like watch your shit, you know?
Yeah, you definitely have to watch your stuff, watch what you put out there. You said that you don't let people in. This will help with that.
Yeah, I think that's but I'm wondering if there's anything last thing we should touch on. I mean, yeah, I think that a lot of your, because I don't know. I was thinking. Okay. What's interesting though, really quickly, is that you have an Aries rising, but then it squares your Saturn. So Aries risings are very
uninhibited.
But then because it's squaring your Saturn, it like replaces a definite restriction on it.
Yeah, it's inhibiting you.
It's weird. Like, the person that I knew with an Aries rising had Saturn in the first, and like, I don't know, there's like, you can just tell that they're restricting themselves, but even with restricting yourself, like, you're still a fucking maniac sometimes. Just like do things impulsively, but then you feel the repercussions more than most Aries risings. I feel like a lot of Aries risings without any kind of harsh aspects can get away with a lot of fucking shit. But because it's screwing your Saturn, like, that shit comes back to you. And like all those impulsive decisions you might have made, you get taught lessons from it and stuff. I don't identify with my Aries or with my rising at all. It probably is because it's squaring your Saturn. So maybe you can sense that Capricorn Saturn feel on it a lot more. Right. So maybe that'll identify with it. But anyways, yeah, this isn't chart reading, but okay, so we're basically out of time.
Yeah.
And we kind of have covered everything, hopefully, that we would want to. I don't know.
Yeah. I saw a lot of comments saying, where can you, saying that they want to get their chart, that you want to get your chart dragged, and, like, where to. I said in the beginning of the video, but I'll say it again. You can go to partychickastrology.com/shop, and it is a reading that we offer, among many. It is the least educational reading, just so you know. But right now, they're all temporarily out of stock, as we're working through a lot. But soon they will be back. Yeah,
we're really close to putting them back up, so just check it, and maybe in, like, hopefully, I'm thinking, like, 2 weeks, maybe less, who knows, they'll be back in stock. So, yeah, we just want to catch up with some, because this one, thank you, Jordann, for your patience, by the way, because she's been waiting quite a bit, so thank you so much for being patient with us.
She said, thanks, ladies, good drag. Yes. And coming from a Mercury in Virgo, we feel pretty honored.
Thank you. And you took it well, girl.
Yes. Yeah, thank you for your patience, for your support.
Yeah, and for purchasing this.
For your positivity, because you've been really positive.
Yeah.
You've been, like, emailing back and forth.
Let's just make sure that we don't have any... let me delete that. How do I do this? Okay. Okay, so I think that's all. We're about to eat pizza, vegan pizza, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks for watching.
Does pineapple go on pizza? I feel like that's a question that you now would say, like, ask your audience.
Oh, yeah.
Does pineapple go on pizza?
So did you wind up getting pineapple?
Yeah, I got pineapple.
Ooh, mysterious.
Now the world knows.
Well, yeah.
You're gonna judge me.
Well, our Venus and Aquarius video is next.
Yeah, coming soon.
And Nina spills her own tea. That's such a funny title. Venus and Aquarius spills her own tea.
Everything else is, like, called the same thing, like how you love and what you value. But Venus and Aquarius is like, Nina spills her tea, and Venus and Sagittarius, Shaina spills her tea.
It's so true. Anyways,
thank you so much.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.